In this video, we're gonna cover the mirror principle, a simple but powerful technique that you can use to reprogram your subconscious mind, more specifically to create a new sense of identity and new beliefs that will allow you to create life the way you want it. This simple but powerful tool is only 4 steps, 4 simple steps that you can apply in your life. And on top of that, I'm gonna give you the master key at the end, something that a lot of people miss out, don't talk about, but that I believe in my experience is the missing element to really 10x anything you use, whether it's gratitude, whether it's affirmation, whether it's this mirror principle, anything that you use to transform your subconscious mind and to create new level of reality in your life. This master key is essential to fast track your success. So let's go. Now, before we go into the content, I would like to thank you for watching this video, for being here on this channel. Whether you're new or you're coming back, please like, share, subscribe. And if you want to see more of this kind of video, let me know what you think down in the comments. And I hope you enjoy it, guys. So let's go. This mirror principle technique that I'm about to tell you in 4 simple steps comes from the very famous book, one of my favorite, The Power of Belief, from Claude Bristol, if I remember correctly. And I think in chapter 6, it talks about this mirror principle. And there's so many other teachers, like in reality transforming, there's a lot of things about life is a mirror. But this technique specifically allows us to use a mirror, a real physical mirror, in order to really tap into the power of our subconscious mind and change our beliefs. And the reason why this is so important is because we live what we believe. And life is really nothing more than a reflection of our deep subconscious belief system and paradigms. And too often, we're not aware of that because we cling on truth, but we don't know they're just opinions and they're not factual truth. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you a few examples so that you can get an idea and how powerful beliefs are. A while ago, I was talking to a client who was telling me, life is tough. Life is always trying to knock me down. I need to hustle. I need to, struggle just to survive, to make it through, and you cannot trust people. And he was telling me, this kind of vision of life, that life, is not good, or that is not to be trusted, or that is not trying to help you, or that life somehow is here to knock you down and make your life difficult. And his belief system was really filtering so much of his experiences of his life, his relationship, the way he was hustling and working hard and really always being on the defensive, looking for people that don't take advantage of him and things like that. And all of this deep belief structure came from the place he grew up, the environment he grew up in, and his experiences. And the more experiences you have of people betraying you, or that life knocks you down, or that things don't work the way you want them to work, it reinforced that belief that he was on his own, and that on his own he had to fight his way through life, and he could not trust life because if you stop paying attention, life will just come and knock you down again. And this kind of belief system of survival, almost of like feeling like, oh my God, I got the whole world against me, created such a difficult, stressful surviving mentality in him, which had pros and cons. But you have to realize that when you have such a belief system, you are trapped between this belief system, because everything in your life will reflect that belief in your life. And if that's what you want, that's great. But if that's not what you want, then you're going to really start to look at, what do I believe about life, about the universe, about people? And if you have this subconscious belief that life somehow is bad or against you, you're always going to be struggling with trust, with relationship, with life. You're always going to be, one foot in defense, so to speak. So that is one example of how you can see the power of belief. It's deeply subconscious belief affect our, view of the world. I had a personal belief when I started my coaching, business many years ago, and that was that selling is bad. And I really didn't like selling. I thought it was like, you had to convince people, you had to, it was like this weird cringe feeling of like feeling very uncomfortable, very embarrassed when I was offering my services, when I was selling my things to other people, because I just felt like it was wrong, or I had to push, or I had to force them, or had, that picture of the salesman that nobody likes. And obviously, if you're self-employed and that's your definition of selling, you're gonna struggle. And I did struggle. And it came up in my interaction, it came up the way I was sabotaging my effort, it came up in me being extremely passive with sales, and it affected my result, the business, the money that was going to the business. Because I didn't want to be a bad person, a hard pushover salesperson, right? And it wasn't until I turned that belief into selling is serving that it kind of really shifted the paradigm of me doing business and being like, the more I can sell my services and my program, the more people I can help, because otherwise I'm helping nobody. And that paradigm shift opened so many doors in my life for more clients, for more business, for more prosperity. So you can see through those two different scenarios how beliefs can really affect profoundly our reality. And we have beliefs about everything, but we get deluded to think that it's the truth, whereas it's only a map of the world. It's only the way we were taught or grew into believing that this is what it means. So the technique I'm about to give you, the 4th step I'm about to give you, will allow you to change what you hold between yourself, to create a new belief system, to create a new identity, so that you can start seeing your external reality, the mirror around you, that's always reflecting your belief system, that's always attracting what you believe, to be different, to kind of rearrange itself to support now who you are, now what you believe. And this is extremely important. And if you're not getting what you want in your life right now, I strongly encourage you to look at your result, to look at your projection, to look at your interaction, to look at what you're attracting in your life, to look at things that keeps on happening, because they're not happening just because of coincidence. If you have patterns unresolved that keep on happening, that frustrates you, or certain type of people that come in your life, or certain events that happen, it is all about your own belief system. And as long as you're not clearing those beliefs and emotions that you have at the subconscious level and create a new paradigm to start projecting something new, it's going to keep on happening. So I wanted to take a bit of time to explain that, because it's so powerful to understand that beliefs are like thieves in the night. They come and they rob you from what you want without you seeing them. And these 4 steps I'm about to tell you will help you powerfully transform your beliefs, your identity, if you use those 4 simple steps. And this technique comes from, as I mentioned, the book Power of Belief by Claude Bristol in chapter 6. And in this chapter, he talks a lot about the success stories he had and how he came up with this strategy, and the power of the subconscious mind and the power of beliefs. And I've seen it through my own life experiences, and I've seen this tool through my Better Life program used by my clients, how powerful it can be for self-love, for being self-conscious about your body, for changing the way you see your body, for changing your confidence, your self-esteem, for seeing yourself in a very different way, and to really heal so much about you and about your reality. So this simple tool, guys, if you really use it, can be dramatically powerful in your life. And the good news is that it's super easy. There's only 4 steps to make this work. And the first thing you need to do is to have a mirror, like a physical mirror at home, which I think most people would have, right? So here's how it works. Okay, step 1, you go in front of the mirror and you stand tall. You use the word at attention, like in the army, but what I do personally is I stand in the power pose, okay, like Wonder Woman or Superman. And that alone puts me in a strong physiology, because research has shown at Harvard that 2 minutes of power posing, whether you're in front of a mirror or not, really affect your confidence, really make you feel better, more empowered. So it's a good state to be in, to go in front of the mirror and put yourself in a strong state. And then just to take a couple of breaths. That would be step 2. Once you're standing in your power pose in front of the mirror, step 1, take a few breaths to relax, to really feel the gratitude. What I like to do is I like to breathe in deeply into my heart and out. Just a few little breaths, and feel a little bit of gratitude in that power pose, to really have this open heart, open mind, alignment, and welcome new information in my subconscious mind, right? That would be step number 2. And then step number 3 is you look deeply into your eyes. You look deeply into your eyes, and this is super powerful. Some people struggle at first with that. They kind of don't like to look deeply in their eyes. Maybe it shows some insecurity, lack of confidence. It brings up some emotions, some embarrassment, some weirdness. If that's the case, then the first thing I'm inviting you to do is just to keep looking at your eyes deeply until you can feel those emotions starting to subside strongly in your power pose. All right? If you feel pretty comfortable looking at yourself in your eyes through the mirror, then the first thing that I personally do is say, I love you. And this sounds so freaking cheesy, I know, but it's so powerful when you look at yourself and you really mean it and you say, I love you, and you say it maybe a couple of times. It's really powerful. I mean, you feel things in your body. You start to smile automatically, lift up your energy. It's really powerful. And trust me, self-love is the key to everything you want in your life. Heal anything, if you need to manifest anything, if you want to make any form of change in your confidence, self-esteem, self-worth, whatever, self-love is the place to be. You can never go wrong with self-love, all right? So that's the first thing I will do, all right? I'm in my power pose, I breathe into my heart, I tell myself, I love you, and then I will go telling myself who I am, that new identity I'm embodying. You know, that I'm a powerful, successful YouTuber who's influencing thousands of people's lives all around the world. So whatever you're trying to create, look at yourself deep in the eyes and tell yourself who you are, who you're being, what you're creating, affirming those things. And repeat it until step number 4, you start to feel it. That's the sweet spot. Feeling is the secret, as Neville Goddard would say. Feel it. Once you feel it, after one or few couple of minutes, release it and go about your day. Those are the 4 steps. Extraordinarily simple. Don't overcomplicate it. It's simple. Get in front of the mirror, power pose, take a few breaths, connect into your heart, look deeply into your eyes, tell yourself, I love you, and then tell yourself who you are, what you're creating with confidence and with belief. And once you feel it, surrender it. Those are the 4 steps. And if you do that twice, morning and evening, you'll be amazed by what this can create at the subconscious level, because you're literally going deep between yourself, creating a new state, and planting new seeds at the subconscious level. And repetition is beautiful to create and water those seeds. And if you look at so many people using these tools, even Napoleon Hill in his very famous Think and Grow Rich, after his initial conversation with Dale Carnegie, that was one of the first things Dale Carnegie told him to do. Go in front of the mirror, and I want you to read this every single day for like a month or whatever. And I don't remember exactly what the thing was, but it was about, you know, outperforming or outworking Dale Carnegie in terms of success and wealth at the finish line, right? And Napoleon Hill said at the beginning of his book, like, that was so weird, I didn't believe it, kind of thing, but I stuck with it. And very soon, a few days after that, he started to notice the difference in the confidence he had and how it actually came true, that vision came true, and far greater he became. And the legacy is gigantic even today. So this tool works if you use it. And if you use it not just once, not just twice, but if you use it with repetition. Now, I want to go into the master key that I mentioned earlier. Now, this is something a lot of people maybe don't know, don't talk about it, but in my opinion, is the 10x boost. Like if you have like a red button and you want to go faster and you want to go fast and you want to go deep, so bam, you hit that thing. That master key is what I call looking for evidences throughout the day. What do I mean by that? What does that even mean? If life really is your mirror, when you go in front of the mirror and you start to affirm and you start to get into that state and you do that over and over again, then your state is supposed to be affecting your outer reality, even if it's in subtle little ways at first, until life starts to rearrange that reality that you have. So if you do this, if you start to look and pay attention to what change around you that support that new state of mind, what you're creating, who you're becoming, and you'll be like, see, it's working. See, it's working. This is another evidence. This is another evidence that it's working. This is what the magic is, because now you are creating, consolidating that belief at the conscious level. And the conscious mind often is the part of your mind that struggles to get on board. this doesn't work, it's woo-woo, it's new age, what the fuck, you know. If you can get your conscious mind to focus, remember what Qui-Gon Jinn said.
Always remember, your focus determines your reality.
Your focus determines your reality. If you can get your conscious mind to focus on what's working, the growth, it's happening, it's there, it's now. It's amazing. This is the fast track. This is the 10x button. And if you do that continuously, not only with this, but maybe you have a gratitude journal, maybe you have some other visualization practice. And every time you notice something working for you, boom, look for evidence, boom, see this is working, see this is working, see this is happening. So for example, if I am embodying being a successful YouTuber, every time I get new views, new subscribes, new comments, new likes, new shares, all evidence supporting that state, supporting the belief, supporting that identity that I'm creating and the impact that I'm creating. And I want to share actually a powerful story of a friend of mine recently who told me about that book that she read about being luckier, getting luckier. And it's so relevant to what we're doing here. Because in that book, the suggestion was to have a I'm lucky journal or something like this. And to go through the day at the end of the day and to just write down where did I get lucky today? What happened out of the ordinary? Little, big, small, medium things. And to just write down those things. And if you look at this simple exercise, you know, looking where you get lucky, where you're blessed, the good things that happen to you, and if this is where you're focusing on, what started to happen, and she told me after writing down and reviewing those notes for a few weeks, more things started to happen. Just more opportunities, more things, more clients, more unexpected new things came into her life, more luck. And that is another proof that what you focus on expands. So if you focus on what's not working, you'll find a lot of buckloads of freaking evidence to support that. But if you focus on the change that you're creating and how your new belief system is being reflected to you now, you are literally going full speed. So I hope that really makes sense, because this is a key that can change everything. That's it, guys. This is the 4th step plus the master key to really transform your subconscious mind, to create a new reality and to live new beliefs and a new state of mind. Let me know what you think in a comment down below. If you like this video, share, like, subscribe. See you next time.